Good morning. Happy Sunday. A little bit more ahead of schedule today in terms of getting my desk set up. Had to move a bunch of stuff back to my office. So we're going to see how far we can get with this proc macro stuff. So what we saw was that we can't do it this way. This has to be a quote with some sort of doc bit in front of it. Something more along these lines. Let me see. See if I can still have that page open. It's not in Chrome. Oh, here we go. Document interpolating in doc comments. So basically I'm looking at this right here to see what they mean by this. Neither dot comments nor string literals get interpolation behavior in quote. Macrocalls and doc attributes are not valid syntax. Said the best way would be this. It says that it closes 125. All they did was add documentation. Ooh, Stringify, I'm not familiar with that one. All right, and where is this documentation? Is this in lib of quote? It's quote. Documentation. I'd expect it to be up here. They have example. Let's close some of these. Wait, this file is right there. Why? This was merged. Source lib. I wonder why the documentation isn't showing up where I expect it to be. Into source. It's right there. Huh. This looks like the top level. This is where lib is. Shouldn't that show up here? Is it going to show up in like a quote or something? Relation, hygiene. Enter. Oh, here. Is this it? All right. Let's get that going. How's everyone doing today? Okay. That looks okay. Let's change the other ones to match. Quote. That's right. Now we have to change this one. Format ident. Remember to close that. Good. Gonna hit a couple of these real quick. Yeah. Better is getting next to the garden again. Just a sec. All right, that's better. Ah, var. What am I doing? All your JavaScript is showing. All right. Now it's saying it's not used. Is that because it doesn't understand it? Oh, I see. It says instead, the best way to build doc comments that involve variables is by formatting the docstring literal outside of quote. Okay, got it. So if we do something like message there, take that outside, and we say let message equals this. Oh, okay, so that does work. All right, let's put those elements back. All right, the next ones will be easier. I should have done this with a smaller piece. Okay. All right, and this one needs class on it. where's singleton supposed to be used? Oh, there it is. Okay, I put it on the wrong one. There we go. I do not think we need that one there. All right. Take that, toss that down there. Ah. Gonna clean up those. Good, got that. Let message equals format. Let's get rid of these lets. Good. And the singleton stir gets a little bit extra. Oh. Okay. Unused variable message. Oh, found message. Got it. Got it. Couldn't see why it didn't use it. Makes sense now. All right. So now we're formatting these. We use quote with doc, and we hope they show up. See, that's in documentation, and this is definitely type docs, bindings types. This does not look like it's a new one. Let me close all these. Close all those buffers. Okay. Let's see. Here, I'm going to just search for official documentation. Looks like it's in a couple of places. All right, core singleton class AVR server inherits object unsafe. See if we change. Let's add some text here just to see if that's us. is that not getting used? Summary doc should be getting used. Here we have quote. We're returning that from this function. Generate class documentation is only used in a couple places. One here, in which case we write that out. Wow. Either that or this variant is never used. And I wonder if we're supposed to have triple quotes, or the triple bar there. I don't think that's supposed to matter. Let's see. Gotta kill this. Okay. Nothing. Just gonna add it to a couple just to make sure we're not missing any. What are the odds that we're just not producing each one of those? Is it quite? Oh, it's silently dying. That's why. But it's not telling us here. Okay. That's good to know. That's really good to know. What's it saying? It's saying that oh, I see. It's because these are not idents. It's true. So we just do a format on these. Don't need that at the moment. Oh, look at that. Core class semaphore inherits from blah blah blah. What about the official docs? So if we look for official documentation out there, is. Where though? It's still there. All of these old ones are still there. There we go. Interesting. I wonder if that's supposed to be like that. That doesn't look right. It just does not look right. Yeah, we're going to check on this and make sure that the slashes are correct, that it's actually getting escaped correctly. Core class input event inherits resource. Core class, blah, 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 inherits that. Good. I don't think we're literally supposed to have a /n here. Yeah, and then with the quotes around the outside of it, no, that's not good. All right. Comment out official docs and memory management. There it is. Where's that supposed to come from anyways? Who provides the doc macro? Okay, conquer of completion, not helping there. The formatting's correct. I wonder if we should be doing it this way or really can't do it the other way, can we? Where we interpolate the comment itself. No, we can't do anything like this. Doesn't work there. Huh. So check on this, see if it actually compiles. If it compiles, then I'm going to do a build documentation for it just to see what it looks like. Cool, that actually worked. Let's see, which one do we want to see? Bindings, okay. Using native bindings. We'll go doc. There's so much in the comments. I have a feeling the end result of this is going to look rather nasty. Oh, there it goes. It's open. It says it opened it. I didn't see it. Or maybe I closed it. I was closing tabs just as that popped up. All right, so GD native bindings. Let's say we added documentation to these, right? Whoa, core class, such and such inherits audio effect, reference counted. We just added that. Okay, so that actually works. Wow. Where's that documented? A doc over here somewhere? And it looks like it's a regular sort of macro. It's like from Rust C or something else. Where would we find something like that even? As we see it's working. The rest of this doesn't look that bad. Well, that's because we haven't gotten to it yet. Yeah, the rest of this does look gross. All right, I'm going to toss a question over in Discord for a moment. Hello, the quote. It's rather gnarly. The quote lib references Okay, would it be okay to require Rust as format? Is it? Actually, does Rust format come with Rust now? Goodness, I don't remember. Yeah, I think I actually installed it. Cargo. Something like that. Let's toss a reaction on there. Thumbs up. All right, well, if that's going to be the case, then the builds for... it's too bad that we can't use it as a library. It really is. Because if we could use it as a lib, then we can put this in the bindings generator. But because we can't do that, we have to put it in the consumers of the binding generator. It's over here. After all that happens, we have to close the files. What's the best way to do that? Is it just dropping them? Because they don't have a close. They have a sync all. Looks like we just drop it. I'd expect drop to actually sync all anyways. Okay. Let's take these. For whatever reason, my formatter is not happy with this. Oh, I see. All right, let's start the proc then. How do we do that in Rust? I've done that once, maybe twice. The process module. Use command. You give it args, output expected, yada yada. And we're just going to call Rust format with the argument. Okay, there we go. Rust format. We got new on there. Now arg. Gonna be file. I don't even think we want the output, but we can use it to debug with. Output. What else did they have on there? Oh, structs. I see a standard out and standard error captured. Oh. I see. So there we have output, and then in this case, it's out, print it out, even if it's an error. Hey, XNDev, how's it going? Trying to make our output pretty. That's GD native core build. I have to do the other one. This GD native bindings. Because I don't want it to look like this. It should be much, much nicer, especially at the beginning. If I don't use format, then this is going to end up on one line, and it's not good. I was sitting at the computer with coffee. Oh, nice. Yeah, I do coffee after the stream. We wake up, kind of do our little morning chores. Then I do this, and I have coffee with breakfast. So I gotta wait. All right, this one's looking pretty good. Let's do the same thing with the others. Close the files with drop. That should be fine. Say a cargo check, just to make sure. You know what? Let's do that over here. I'm gonna keep going over here. Video native core build. All right. Now, same thing for bindings. see if this works. Oh, it did. Oh my goodness. I was not expecting that. For whatever reason, Rust formatter's not kicking in on this file. You have to pour coffee and wait. Oh, nice. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Alright, so here's our files we need to drop. Okay, we dropped the files, and then we're going to capture them again. Oh, I didn't want those. I wanted the file names. Oh, and I didn't do .-rs to the bottom of those. Alright. Hey, 715209. How'd Raimu do on the that last little bit? He was I wasn't able to watch it with the FFI stuff. Will that go okay? You'll have to go back and actually watch it because it's one thing I'm not doing on this piece. And most of this is just seeing how they're handling lifetimes, how that matches to Godot objects. But in his case, he's trying to make something available to C++ and dealing with the FFI interface himself. I haven't actually done that piece yet. In this case, I think we get, like the GD native bindings get loaded, some function is registered, and then there's just, it's kind of like a IUnknown interface, like if you're familiar with the Windows stuff. It's got a really strong IUnknown interface to it to me. Oh, you missed it too. All right. Oh, yes, and command. I think we're pretty close here. We're gonna check. Yeah, it's very calm-like. I remember doing a forever ago. Oh goodness, 20 years ago. That's forever. Did an apartment threaded DLL for Cold Fusion to load, and it would scrape websites. TV build. Oh, only one hyphen. So I think the bindgen stuff produces a C API, which is, well, that's straightforward to pick up from C++. Oh, this is taking a sweet time. Sweet, sweet time. Take some water. No output. And that didn't change there. Wow. Yeah, the C bindings, it's really not that big of a constraint. And depending on what he wants to use it for, I don't think that it's actually ran. And this doesn't look like it's been formatted. Argo clean. Hash package GD native bindings. Oh, there we go. That's better. Oh, use Rust format nightly. Got it. I installed the wrong one. Argo plus nightly. Install Rust format. All right. At least we got the output this time. We'll have to look at the output. And I guess you don't have to panic on this. The formatting is really a nice to have. And I expect that the build machines and whatever is going to be publishing this are going to have Rust format on it, so that's going to be fine. But if somebody checks it out, they don't have Rust format, they clone the repo, they build it, it shouldn't fail. Oh, the non-nightly Rust format is deprecated. Yeah, I had installed the non-nightly one, the stable one. Yeah, if you go and look at the crate for Rust format, it gives you a little bit of a runaround. It says, hey, go to this other one. This one's deprecated, use Rust format nightly. When you click on that, as Rust up install all this stuff. Actually, I didn't do it that way, did I? Maybe I should have. Interesting. I did it in a much different way. Yeah, let's do it the correct way. Stable tool chain. Right. So we did a cargo uninstall Rust format. Do that again. Oh, it says it's up to date. Interesting. So it was being shadowed? Maybe in my path? I'm gonna do a clean and then a build of that, just to make sure. Yeah, the only thing I ever use nightly for is some of the tools, like the build timings, stuff like that. Yep, yep, tarpaulin. Oh, interesting, you can emit to standard out. Huh. Rust edition to use. We should probably add that, huh? Oh, here. Exited status 0. Okay. Reload that. Oh, look. Beautiful. Oh, that's so much nicer. Okay. It would be nice if it automatically added spaces and stuff like that around it, but I would have preferred one more space there. I'm gonna give it another arg. Was it dash dash edition? Yeah, dash dash edition 2018. Cool. Oh, why do I have derive debug separately? I don't know. Rust format normally combines those. These? I'm not sure. I'm guessing that's because of how they're stamped out. Because of this allow here, and the Rust format's not able to join them. This is all generated code. Even that comment there is generated. Actually, in their current AVR camera stuff, does it say 4 class? Did I get the backticks wrong? Oh, this is the local one. Did they change the font up there? It seems smaller than normal. Alright, no, it's the same. That's good. I want to see if the dash 2018 does anything different. Yeah, we can remove those there. I mean, maybe we give it just a little bit more info. Or we could say it failed if it doesn't exist. Something like that. Match that. We're just going to print, and then we'll print line the result. Formatting file. And then if we're okay, we will say some itty bitty little spider or something just crawled onto my desk. That cute little thing. There's so many bugs around here. Like little flying things and whatnot. So spiders eat free here. Oh, path buff doesn't do that. Oh, what can we get on path buff? We'll probably get a better message here too if we just get the file name. Oh, just file underscore name. Awesome. All right, and that gets that gives us an OS string. We want to call toString lossy on that. You should be fine. Just toStr. I love the fact that. Oh wait, we don't even have to do that. We could just say toString on that. Oh. Okay, so we have the file name, which returns an option. And if we map that, and that's optionally going to return an OS stir. So that's some sort of string. Let's say s.toStir on that, which then also gives us an option to a string. Client.unwrap. Option and an option and an option. I don't think 2018 actually changed much. And I do not like the fact that these are not sorted. Each time I build, they're in a different order. I don't like that. I really don't like that they're unordered. Oh yeah, that drive me crazy too. I wonder if that'd make it faster to build though, if it was in source control. Or if it was just some generated file that you would know somehow to update. I think they did it the right way. The file doesn't take long to generate. It's most of the time spent is not generating the file. Oh look, formatting generated file, bindings types, done, done, done. Perfect. That's enough for me. Okay. Oh really? They actually start there. Just clean build times, yeah. I mean, we're talking about a second, I think, in this case. All right, I think those are good changes. We come back over here. Let's go back into documentation because there's a lot more that needs to be done in here. One thing that I wasn't sure of, what is the best way to really do this? Is it to have the doc format a little bit like this? I can see that. Oh, okay. Cargo build. That should just be everything, right? So, core bindings. Whoa, that's not it. Or types. Yeah, I think it's one of these. Huh. Yeah, that didn't get redone. And that shouldn't be raw there. Is it because of the new lines? Maybe that's a better way to go. Interesting. So it is using the raw string there. Huh. So did it recognize this as a doc thing? Is this anywhere else in the code? Just to check. It looks like it converted it from this triple slash to the other type without having to do anything. So something like this could just be in there. A little bit less overhead. Oh, that's what I do. There we go. I think I do like that better. If it doesn't need to be formatted. All right, see you, Acton Dev. Have a good call. Yeah, I think I like. The quote's kind of nice. All right. Let's see. Official docs. We're going to have a format thing there. And then in this case, it's just going to be that's it. Because we can't substitute URL in the generated documentation. Ooh, memory management docs. It looks like this should all be tabbed out. There. I almost feel like I should just have these strings generated, and then at the end do the quote. Right. What if? Okay, let's see if this will actually work. So here we have memory management docs, right? And then we have official docs. Or is it down at the bottom? We could do something like that. I don't see why we couldn't have more than one in there. Should be doable. Plus memory management docs in there too. What was that? All right, doc equals. That reads pretty well there. I think I like that better. Oh, that's so much cleaner. Oh, I did that the wrong way. Can I just toss intos on these? Yes, I can. Then we have official documentation, memory management docs. That. Toss that into. Good. So this looks like class hierarchy documentation. I wonder what happens if it's empty. But if we do get an empty doc. Let's see, let's tab this out. What does list-based classes do? Interesting. Who else uses that? Just use in one place. Recursive, okay. Huh. All right. I'm actually going to check and see if this is producing the right kind of output first. We're going to ask it to build GD native core. Oh, interesting. I don't know if we want slashes in there. I don't think we want the triple slashes in this. It's understood to be a document or documentation. All right, so that built. Which one do we want to look at? Let's go look at object. Slashes. No, we don't want that. Okay. Okay, we'll just remove the slashes and see what it does. This is my color scheme. This is Challenger Deep. And if you want, I also have the .files hosted. Gonna be over here. Probably don't want the first new line now. Hey, you're welcome. A newbie jailer, welcome to the stream. Oh, I see those are already. Just checking to see if I have any more new lines after the raw strings. This one, official documentation. Right there. Anywhere else? No. Okay. Ah, I was just too impatient. Let's try that again. Oh, I finished building that. Let's check on object. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, we got this back. Native core. Have object listed. There it is. Oh, that's not so bad. So pretty nice. Let's do GD native bindings. Ah, that finished. We're going to look at like AVR or something. Camera, maybe. Visual documentation. Good. Memory management. All that looks nice. What else? Let's go to something at random. Oh, there, random. As a variance. I don't see any documentation on some of these. Is there like enumerations and things? Oh, was I too far down? Oh, those are enums. Goodness, I went to the wrong area. Nice. Okay. All right. So now at this point, I think what we're going to be doing is trying to. Yeah, let's get some more of these. Safety documentation. Let's do some easy ones. Okay, so we're gonna have tools docs, else. Okay, got rid of all of those. What was there before? Was there an extra space up here? There was. They intentionally had an extra space. Okay, let's make sure we preserve that. Oh, yep. And the end. Good. We're returning that. It's no longer a right line here. Format. Get rid of that. What I miss? Ah, semicolon at the end because it's a expression. So we have tools doc and safety doc. All right, that wasn't so bad. It's actually getting a lot easier to go through this now that we understand it. Let's tab that out. Now this little bit's recursive. Could have it write to a buffer or something else instead. Oh, you know what? That finished cooking. Let's check one of these. Hey, we got safety. Good. Didn't add the extra space in there. I like that. Because in this case, we don't have, what was it? Let's go back and look. Cool. So that would have just been an empty space. Doc piece didn't bother with it. That's good. I like that. All right. Oh, voice is a little off today. All right. How do we deal with this one? Base class. Let base class docs equal to this. Else. Let's do into on that. Get rid of that. All right. Let's replace output with something else. What do we use in that case? Is it string buffer or just string new output? the string implement right? Sij. Wow, it implements a lot of stuff. It does implement right, so we can pass it to that. It's a trait. We don't need to do that. What's this one? Is that a trait? That's also a trait. Okay. Now, from what we saw before, let's get rid of these. Anything else? That looks pretty good. List base classes. Not found in this scope. Interesting. Why?
Well, if you're wondering what's happened, so am I. The computer that we have running our news from time to time took off and went wild. So what we're going to do is start over from the
We could use right format instead. Just going to comment that out for a moment. Go with this here. Cannot use macro right format in this scope. Why not? Oh, find. Cannot find it. Now we can't actually do that, can we? Alright, this one should work there. That's fine.
so am I.
Oh, it wasn't mutable. I missed that one. Okay. So we have output. That's good. We're going to remove that dash on there. Then it's recursive. Good. Okay, so now we have base class docs, and that goes before the tools. Nice. Just make sure the file is done top down. Class link doc. Do link the correct crate. All right, official doc. So we're just returning strings here. We're formatting, format. Oh, we have lines. So we're using the other format of this. Yeah, R pound double quote. Memory management, that looks good. All right. Let's see if it'll do it. Ooh, 85. Oh, right here. Standard IO error. Because this is now a standard format error. Rat. Where's the front of this? Yeah, we generate a result. Hmm. Or do we just box the error? Or does something actually care? I think all we're doing is making sure that the error bubbles up so that I can fail the build. I don't think anybody actually cares what the error type is in there. Let's see, what is it? Standard. So the standard trait is standard error. Which should just be error. Is that not brought in by default? What was that other little place where we were doing the recursion? Ah, list base classes right here. Make sure that's fine. There we go. We weren't doing that before because it was the wrong error type again. But hopefully this will just bubble the errors up. Fine with that. All right, 102 and 107. Oh, that's in bindings lib. Sure. And then 107, which is now 105. Class struct. We're not doing anything with that. Huh. Okay. Finish with those docs. Let's take a look. New class hierarchy. That should be on its own line though. The first one. Okay, let's fix that. And then we list the base classes here. Let's just the new line there. Oops. Oh, I killed FCF again. Okay. Yeah, these empty docs there, I think they're okay. Doesn't seem to be complaining about them at all. And while it's not the prettiest generated code, it's sufferable. It generates nice documentation so far. Sorry, my wife is actually doing some research on some of her allergies. All right. Another quick check. Oh, that looks so much better. Much, much better. Okay. Find something else. Let's go pick one at random. JSON, sure. Here's some object. Wouldn't have thought that. Cool. Oh, I left you guys in the terminal. That is so rare. Normally I'm just leaving you all in the browser. Okay. I think we're starting to get the hang of this. I'm going to start returning these sorts of things. Got the documentation done. That's good. We get the documentation. We write that to the file here. I guess we don't have to do it that way. We could just keep on the documentation. But I think at this point here, it doesn't make sense to bubble up those structures any further up. Hey, Cat Peasant, how are you? How's your weekend going? We just got the documentation generated. There's some interesting stuff in here. Go down to the bottom, this generate documentation stuff. You cannot replace, so in quote, you cannot replace, what do they call it? They call it something else. I'm saying replace, I'm not using their word. Interpolation, you cannot interpolate elements inside of a documentation comment. So if you did something like this, that's going to go through literally, right? If you had documentation in here and you wanted to, let's say, replace something like class name, so you can't do that. You can do it this way and just generate the docs as you normally would with formats or whatever you want to use. That's working pretty well. Had to, strip off the triple slashes at the beginning, little things like that. But other than that, it was fairly straightforward once we figured it out. So now we're going on to generating the class struct, which is arguably going to be more interesting. So instead of just generating this, if it's reference counted, oh, what were we returning in the documentation? Token stream, that's what it was. So there's token stream. Not going to have the right. I wonder, how do we do this with quote? I wonder if there's a neat way. So let's just say quote. And now in here, derive, copy, clone. I wonder if we can make that conditional, like if, class dot it's ref counted. Oh, we have to import that use quote. That is such a hard word to actually type in Dvorak. Quote. Yeah, it's right. XFS. Not an easy pattern for me. Oh, and token stream. Use proc for 2 token stream. It's outside of the quote. So you come up with do you end up using quote outside of it? So like let ref counted equals quote here. Like an if here, if not class. Oh. Okay. I see. So you have to make your decisions outside of quote, which is fine. Hmm. That there was what? Class.name. Should be able to do that here. One too many. There we go. Missing something here. Token stream, that. Generate class document. Okay, quote, boom. Looks like it's the same thing. Generate result token stream. Oh, Godot class. Is it because of this thing? Class.name? I thought it looked like they could do that. Can they not do that? Or is it quote over here? All right, so name is outside of that. Combining quote. Constructing identifiers. Yep, we saw that. Of course, it's the dot notation isn't going to work there. I see. Okay. Now I wonder, is there a better pattern for this? The else case. So we have ref counted, and if we don't want anything there, that's okay. Hmm. This should be working, no? Oh, nope, something failed. Cargo build. Expected identifier found reference. Oh, it's in quotes. In double quotes. YSIW right paren. What am I missing? YSIW right. Ah, I was missing the right paren. Okay, hopefully that takes a lot longer. I'm gonna drink some water while we're. Oh, I have to pour some tea. Can't drink water yet. Well, I drank all the water. Now we're just down to tea. I don't know. Anybody out there have kids? My daughter wanted a game that they could play together. And yesterday I spent the day actually playing this game. That was it. It's called the Sarah Cleanup something or other. Viscera Cleanup Detail. And the premise is that some big battle is going on, and you get to play as the cleaning crew. So you go into this virtual world covered with body parts and blood and bullet casings and bullet holes, soot, whatever. You have to clean it up. They spent, it was my daughter's birthday stuff, so just let them play. And they spent incredible amount of time cleaning up a virtual world. Can't get them to clean up their own room, right? Like their room's always a mess. They'll clean it and then like explosion or whatever. So I'm hoping that this is going to be something that I can kind of switch. Like, okay, you've had a lot of practice cleaning up now and focusing on all the little details. Let's organize your room. We'll see. Let's see. What would this have actually done? Let's check this. Generate class struct. That's this here? No. What is that? Okay, good. That worked. That's nice. So yesterday, my wife and I also started playing the game with them, and it is OCD. Like you get in there, and you got this little like scanner. You're like looking for stuff because you get it like clean. And oh my goodness, my wife and I spent an hour together in this virtual world trying to get this forearm right, hand and forearm, like from elbow out. So, there was whoever designed this level. I hate you. But basically, somebody had hit it with a mop, and it went behind these three pipes in this wall. So we actually had to get this arm out from behind these pipes in this virtual world, and we literally spent like maybe an hour, maybe longer. And eventually, we came back with there's this gun in there that you use. It's like a welding gun thing that you use to repair bullet holes in this virtual world. So you can use it on concrete, you can use it on steel, you can use it on windows. I feel like there should be some sort of Dr. Seuss rhyme that ends there. But yeah, we ended up bringing that over, and you could just see the arm behind there. And we vaporized it with that gun finally. It's like, hey, let's use that. And it worked. And we just had to like get the mop in there and clean up all the soot and fix any of the bullet holes or whatever. And Fluffy Poga, thank you for the follow. All right, so I think this is just fine now. That worked out pretty well. Let's do a quick check for derive copy. Oh, it is. It's right there. Good. Okay. That wasn't bad at all. That was nice. And it looks so much, I don't know, it just looks better to me. You have to parse it. I guess I'm just used to seeing this type. I guess it's okay. It's okay. Token stream. All right. No longer going to take that. Okay. Oh, interesting. How do we do this? Generate class constants. Oh, you know what I'm going to do on this? I'm going to sort them. Oh, you switched to a window manager. Oh, which one did you switch to? Are you in on Linux? BSPWM. I've heard good things of i3. I haven't heard of BSPWM. Still trying to get the syntax down. Okay, gotta be careful. The rename doesn't actually catch in there. Alright, and we got this. Now for this for loop. Should be possible to iterate, right? Repetition is done using that or that. Again, similar to macro rules. For the elements of any variable interpolated within the repetition, inserts a copy of the repetition body. Okay. Oh, close your browser. Oh, you use i3. Regolith? What's Regolith? Oh, you switched to Manjaro after getting SSD. Nice. So I wonder, the repetition can contain other tokens. But we didn't capture anything, so how is it supposed to know what it is? No video decode in browser? Oh, interesting. No screen tearing? Oh, interesting. Regolith a fork. Gotcha. So here I'm wondering whether or not I can use some sort of iteration in order to generate this. Okay, here's the old code, right? In this case, looks like we can use that. What does it take here? What does var have to be here in order for it to iterate? Just a token stream or something else? That's what it looks like. This probably, let's see. It produces it as a token stream, interpolation. Any type implementing the two tokens can, okay. Two tokens. Is that implemented on foreign types? Ooh, it is. Oh, goody, goody, goody. I don't see it on... Okay, so it's on token stream. And then token stream. Blanket implementations, okay. Into iterator. Or token stream. No, we want to go from some iterator into a token stream. How do we do that? Oh, interesting. Yeah, we could. Ooh. No. I wonder if we can. Class constants. We'll just say constant name and all right, let's see if that actually works. I'm really skeptical. Hmm. This would be a really neat way to do it. I just don't know if it's possible. If we look at iterator, let's unzip do again. Zip, unzip. I see. In which case I could probably just use map instead because I just want the properties of this. Okay, so map into a tuple. Map, there we go. And here we're gonna have, what was it, c.name and c.value. Ooh, c.name, c.value. C dot is actually my save command here, so that's a little slow to type. Okay, what is constants? Let's go look. Oh, it's a hash map. Oh. So yeah, at this point we're getting. What do you get if you iterate on a hash map? What does your iterator look like? So here, for when I want to see things like this, I'll go to the actual type. We'll scroll down on the left. We get to the trait implementations. I think I went too far. There we go. And then they have this into iterator here. Expand that. So show us the type of the item that it iterates on. So it is a tuple. It's a key in value tuple. Okay, should be fine. So if we have a key in value tuple already there, we don't need to do the map. Which means we really just want the unzip. What does unzip do? This is the first time I'm using unzip. From A and from B. Converts an iterator into a pair of iterators. All right. And we don't need to collect on that. Type annotations needed for A and B. I don't know what the actual types are going to be here. Constant name and constant value, okay, which is string and I64. Oh. Oh, this is actually supposed to be, hold on, get rid of that. Because that's supposed to be an iterator type, not that type. Can we pass type info to unzip? A and B. Yeah, I think so, okay. So this is going to be for A, constant name, constant value, and then there's two more, which it can figure out. Right, right. Fine. cannot infer the type. Wow. Hmm. So at this point, that's supposed to be an iterator, isn't it? I'll extend. Not too much here. Oh, interesting. So it's having trouble figuring out what the actual type is going to be of that. And that there. So if we look at the type on this, so if we call unzip, we have type A and B, and then from A and from B. Okay. And the return type is from A and from B. So if we kind of build this up backwards, here we have, self is an iterator of item that is a tuple of A and B. And in our case, that's a constant name and a constant value. Now here, from A is going to be default, and then extend. What is extend, actually? Iter extend. Extend a collection with the contents of an iterator. Okay, that's its actual type, but isn't well, that's its trace. It doesn't actually give us a type for this. Oh, I see. It actually wants to know what type we want it in. That's what's going on. So instead of iterator, we could just say vector here. Vector of constant name and a vector of constant value. There it goes. Let's borrow that. Guess that. Oh, you see browser? No, no, no. Come on back. Come on with me. Thank you. Nikito97. Thank you. All right. Seems a little strange here. So in this case, expecting string, but here it's getting a borrowed value. Yeah, of course, string is not copy. We know that. It should be borrowed. Since name and value. There we go. Okay. Well, that was a fun little exercise, but I don't think it's very helpful. Because it doesn't look like this vector has 2 tokens implemented for it. And I think that's fine. It doesn't need it. What we'll do instead is collect a token stream by iterating here and just tossing that in the middle. So I'll get rid of that. And this here will be something like constants. Is it extend? I think it's extend. Yes, and the sort. Yep. And where we were calling that, great. Let class constants equals that. So what were we passing in? Which file? Types. Okay, output types. That might actually work. Okay. We didn't do enum yet. Oh, we should have done enum. Wow, that's a little bit more work though. Might pick that up on the next one. Let's see if the constants actually make it through. Not seeing it there. Ah, okay, that's something I'm not used to. We have to create identifiers out of these. All right, there we have name and value. Was the value actually okay? Oh, I guess so. 4i64, 2i64. Hey, look at that. That's looking better. Let's see, we got a little space and constants on the dock though. It's really minor. I wonder if that works that way. Normally it's just a string that we're building up. We just say dock is that. Yep, I got rid of it. Okay, we did not do these documentation bits yet. Where does that come from? I don't think it's in the documentation class or module. All right, this one here, generate enums. To do, check whether the start of the variant name is equal to the end of the name, and if so, don't repeat it. For example, image format RGB8 instead of image format RGB8. Oh, I see. That's nice to do, definitely. Gonna have something in here. Let's get rid of that right line there at the bottom. That's really this. Yeah, we're gonna have class name, we're gonna have enum name. Actually, what was that before? Was there wasn't even a space in there, was there? Class name, enum name. Generate enum. Ah, there should be token stream as the return type. There we go. Where does the e.name come from? Oh, enum, e. Go figure. Enum's not in there. Oh, because we're not actually writing that out. Go back. I know this isn't finished. Just want to see what it looks like. Class enum is equal to that. Okay, file name is the same. Good. Remove the output. Good. Just comment that out. Bring it back in slowly. There we go. Ah, there we go. Oh, that is crazy gross. Does this not get formatted? Let's see, it must not be formatting correctly. Yeah, okay. Here, it's pointing at this one. I mean, should this be one word, like object connect flags, or... I wonder what it was before. Let's go to the actual docs. Oh, it is one word. Okay, we can do that. That does mean that this is wrong. It's taken a while. That might mean success. Object connect flags. Good. All right, now what about this piece here? What's going on? Getting some values. And we're iterating over something. We're going to need a token string. Looks like we are... Let enum values equals token stream. I mean, that's kind of what it looks like it should be. Then we'll add that. Enum values dot extend output. Okay. Now down here, We have enum values. Was that not mutable? Yeah. Oh, those are strings now. 3-bind key. Was it quote? That's quote ident, format ident. That's what it was. Oops, still writing it. There we go. That was surprisingly easy. The whole format ident thing is a little strange. I get that it's trying to capture the spans, things like that. In this case, we're really just string formatting, so there's not much use there. It's not like our input is actually coming from source code. It's coming from something else. Coming from a JSON file. Generate class constants. Did we do that one? Yes. All right, and this is where things start to diverge. There's that impl, and here's where it closes. So all of this stuff here has to be inside of this implementation. Okay. Oops. Hmm. There. Struct impl. Okay. All right. First thing, singleton getter. I wonder if it'd be possible to just put the if in there. I mean, it's nice to have it here. You can see like, oh, we're only generating this if it's a singleton. Are these all going under the same type? Output types. Yes, they are. Good. What do we want to call this next one? Generate GD native singleton and getter. Like, we'll do an else on there. Just going through and breaking it all at the moment. What is this hash up for it? Oh, generate methods, method set. I used anywhere else? No, just here. Method set. What do we use this for? Oh. And those are in the same function. It does not appear as though we use that for anything else. Oh, is it used way down there? On this file. Alright, we're skipping this one. Use it in lib, and then we also use it in bindings. Oh, it's recursive, that's why. That's why. That makes more sense. We have to create it just so that I can recurse on it. Why is it recursing? Oh, if the base class is reference, then yes. But does reference ever have any overlapping methods with any other classes? I wonder if we can just get rid of that. Because now we'll be able to generate code and catch that at the comp. Right, I'm going to comment out some of these. No, okay. Let class methods is going to be equal to this. Let class upcast equal to this. Dynamic cast. Good. Now we'll start to toss these in here. We've got class upcast. Methods. Instantiable. Whoops, that's not it. There it is. Singleton getter. A singleton. Oh, and then the constants are above that. Good. We don't do those. No more output. This changes to a token stream. All right, what do we have in here? All right, so we have S name, bunch of double bracketing. Oh, can't find quote in the scope. Use. All right, and name is going to be what? Name is class.name, and S underscore name is the singleton name. Let's give that a better name. Yeah, we're gonna have to verify this one. That I'm not sure about. Do we have a token stream? Good. All right. Get rid of that. Nice. Didn't see anything. No changes in that. Token stream on there. Some of these aren't actually very difficult. Oh, this is class name method table. All right, we gotta, it's a little different. Much better. So a method table. And class name. Nothing changed there. Oh, bogus. Okay, we actually have to pull this out of here. Bummer. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, the other dock is fine. Looks like we're collecting something. What are we collecting? Lots of formatted stuff. Inherited from blah, 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 blah. Ah, okay. Ooh. Looks like this is where we start to do the output. So if it's pointer safe, do this. with the ref counted stuff here. All right. This, you go up above. Quote this. And more output. All right, but in this case, we do need some identifiers. Let name. Okay, is that class name? Yeah, that's class name. And we're not going to be able to do that like that. So we need. Interesting. So this is going to return parent name, The snake one, we have to do different. Okay. And this was just parent.name, wasn't it? Actually, to snake name. There we go. Now down here, use to snake name. Oh, I said that wrong. To snake name. This is going to be class name. Here too. Maybe we should make this parent name or parent class name. It's parent class. That'll work. All right. So it'll add ref if reference bit. So in this case, I have to quote. Otherwise, we quote. Okay. Now this half. Are these the same? And if so, I'm going to move them up. Yeah, it's parent name, snake name. And this one here, object add ref, self.this. Yeah, that's the exact same thing. Not reference counted. Okay, those are going to get bumped up. Let's get rid of these. What's the difference? Is one... Oh, one's safe. It's pointer safe. So if we compare these, pub function, yes, we have an unsafe block here. Oh, but that one's unsafe also. That doesn't change. Only thing that changes is this unsafe word. Pub unsafe function 2, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's make that a variable instead. Let So if it's safe, give nothing. Otherwise, let's bump that down after this stuff. There we go. Maybe unsafe. Is this like an else or something? What's this do? Generate upcast. Already did that one. Oh, it was there. Okay, yeah, and then we changed a bunch of stuff up above. And that's going to return a token stream for us. Wait, is that recursive? Oh, we're just calling ourselves. Got it. Got it. Okay. I forgot which function I was in. Oh, goodness. Okay. So in this case, we'll generate the upcast. Let upcast is equal to this. We'll toss upcast in here. Upcast. Fine. There we go. Now this is the if. We need an else on there. Alright, what doesn't it like in here? The upcast? Expected result. Oh, it needs to be an OK. The return type's wrong. Generate dynamic cast. Alright. So close to being done with this. Token stream. What do we have in here? Maybe unsafe. Good. Toss that up on the top. Let maybe unsafe is equal to default. Then in here. Alright. There's that now. Quote it. Replace it with brackets. Okay. I'll clean up the inside. That looks done. Alright. Plus singleton getter. There we go. Token stream not found. Pull that in. Oh, getting close. Oh, that's right. I skipped over this big section. All right, anything else? Looks like it's just that one section. All right, so what's going on? Generate methods. So we're going to be generating the methods for this class. Find the class. And then for every method inside of here, we do something. We must be writing inside of here. Okay, we're going to have to collect a token stream. Result is going to be token stream new. Okay. Let's go to the end and return that. Whoa, that wasn't it. There we go. Return result. All right, now we're down to 5 errors. Here we're writing to a buffer. A couple strings being used there. We'll have to see how well that works. I don't think it's going to work. These need to be tokens, don't they? All right, we'll build it up from the back. Is this recursive? Oh, it is, but only for reference. Okay, so in this case we don't have... Actually, it's not really recursive. It's just if the base class is referenced, then we add those methods too. Yeah, it's going to be inline. Okay. Now for these. All right. I think all of these have to be idents, don't they? And some things like namespace, CNAME, this bit here, namespace has to be different, Rusty name has to be different. Where's CNAME actually used? CNAME is here in one place. Namespace, one place. All right. Actually, this is one identifier. Fix that one first. There we go. We'll do it this way. So we need a namespace, CNAME, and name. What is name? Name is the method name, isn't it? What is method name? All right. I just can't see the point of that one. Okay. That I think is clear. It reads well enough. There we go. Now we have function name. So let's get return type to Rust. Oh, wow. All right. Okay. Rust return type should be good now. I mean, it's really just variant, isn't it? Okay, we don't need to rebind that. That's fine. What about this one? Params use and params decal. Basically the same thing. This one's correct. Okay, let's fix params decal now. We can stream new. Probably params use as well. There we go. There we go. Mic was on. For decal use, or my mic was muted. Hmm. It looks like it's designed to go after something. So here, rounds decal.extend quote comma space. Oh, Rust safe name. Oh, that's interesting. Rust safe name. Now whatever isty. Okay, should be more like that. Interesting. Are there a lot of references? Ooh, a lot of references to this. See, it's all in methods though. It might be okay. Now let's have this return ident, whatever ident returns. Okay. What am I missing? It should be fine. Oh, okay. What else is in proc macro 2? Feels like ident isn't like the only thing we want. Token stream, yeah. Documentation. All right, we have ident, we have literal. Oh, I see, and then group, a delimited token stream. Oh, interesting. I wonder if in some cases we're going to want group here. Maybe keyword or legal variable name. Got it. That seems all right. I don't think we're too far off from what we're doing. Let me fix something. All right. Well, people are waking up around here. They get. I don't know what this. This is still in the same function that we were in. Oh no, this is a different one. Where's this one called? Oh, down below. Yeah, we're not at that point yet. All right. Yeah, here we go. A safe name. Oh, we just call it name. There we go. Now we're going to do the same thing, but for the params use. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Did I get that wrong? This params decal, should that have been params use? Let's double check. Oh, they're. Oh, I just didn't delete it yet. Ah, that's easier. Okay. Comma, and then just name. There we go. Oh, that's not bad at all. And here we just keep extending with these. I see. Get one of these for that. One for use. Sorry about the frame droppage. One of the kids wanted to get on the network. They've been relieved of network privilege until the stream is over. There we go. That looks good. And then here, just var args. I did that backwards. Oh, funny. All right, there we go. Now, what do we do with this? So if it's a leaf, we need to append that to, what was it? Output or result? It's result. Okay, so let's just output that to the result. Result extend, quote. Oh, and this has to be formatted, doesn't it? There we go. I should format it. We'll extend it here. Close that up. All right, then we close that up. Good. Oh, and the only difference between this one and the other one is if it's safe. function. Oh, and this one doesn't have the unsafe block inside. I would like to collapse them though. That would be nice. Oh, yeah, there's a way to do that. Let's combine them. See, just making sure the arguments aren't changed. Good. So we will maybe unsafe this. Something about safety. What was that? Is safe. So if it's safe, we'll return nothing. Or the default is. Otherwise, we will return quote unsafe. Okay. And in this case, it is unsafe. We'll do that. But we will also put maybe unsafe here with a quote or that. It's not going to hurt to have that extra scope there. It is safe. So that makes it just a bit more maintainable. It is safe. Okay, that's just passed in. Generate argument pre. Where are we now? We're in methods. Where were we before? I don't remember. Was that not used yet? What's used? Okay. Is in lib. Okay. I've gone over today. I'm going to go and grab some coffee here in a minute. I think we've gotten really, really far. Got that done. The next little bit's going to be on the traits. This is where I think the next set of errors are. After that, I think it's done. You ever work at a place that has like different versions of done? Like, yeah, I'm done with this. Well, are you done? And then done actually means like, oh, well, it's been tested and it's been qualified and it's like all this other stuff. Like, why can't that just be done? Yeah, I worked at a place that they actually had done as a thing that people would say because it meant something. Like, it actually meant that, oh, the developer's not just done with it. The whole thing is done. I think the developer should have been finished, but the story's not done. I'm gonna do some rating. I don't see anybody have any favorites today. I think we might go CM Griffin. For everywhere you've been, that just meant that there is nothing more for you. Yeah. It was so weird. So weird. Alright, Skraling. Coming 5209. Who's still with us right now? DBC? I don't know. DBC is probably lurking. Cat Peasant. All right, we'll see y'all. I gotta get going. That was fun. Spent a little bit more time today getting that wrapped up. Well, that portion of it wrapped up. Really looking forward to getting that done. Hey, no worries. No worrying, man. I'm glad to have you around. I do appreciate you guys hanging out. I like learning stuff with people. I mean, I've done, oh goodness, 800 hours of Rust coding on stream now. Maybe 800. I don't know. 750 definitely. And I really don't think I could have done that without you. So thank you. Till next time.